Good morning, everybody. I have some news to share with you. If you were watching on RT1 the Olympic homecoming civic reception for the Team Ireland Olympians on Monday, the 12th of August, actually, you would have seen a certain someone appear at certain points on the TV broadcast. I was up fairly close to the stage. I'll insert the videos either above or below, or you can check them out on my YouTube channel, or I'll leave them in as a continuation of this video. What I'll do is I'll talk a little bit about my experience, and then sort of show you the points and the videos that I'm talking about, and then I'll also insert edited images and have them circled and point them out to me, point me out to you, or whatever. But whatever way, I'll just talk about my experience first, getting to experience there, being all 134 Irish Team Ireland Olympians in the centre of Dublin on O'Connell Street, with the heroes welcome that they received with over 20,000 people. It was quite a surreal moment, and it was great to be able to be in a position to travel to Dublin to welcome home the most successful Team Ireland Olympic team we've ever had at an Olympics. Altogether, Team Ireland brought home 7 medals, 4 gold and 3 bronze. Daniel Wiffren, Mona McSharry, the Irish Team Ireland 400 metre relay team there as well, and I'll insert photos of the day as well, or I might just leave them for a separate post and talk about them separately. We've had Kelly Harrington, the 60 kg boxing champion, double Olympic champion now, and the boxing team, as well as the boxing coaches. And I got a great shot of Kelly Harrington laughing her head off, of which I'll insert at some point in the video, but it's a fantastic shot. You can see the photos available that I took on Monday on all of my social platforms, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok as well, when I have them uploaded. I'll also have a post on my website about it, giving more detailed experience, what's it like being there with 20,000 people to welcome these Olympic heroes home. And yeah, the atmosphere was great. Like, you had Joanne Cantwell, you had Marty Morrissey presenting it, and then you had the studio audience, or you had a studio set with expert panelists from throughout the Olympic Games. You had like rowing analysts, swimming analysts, and then a high performance coach that worked with the Irish Boxing Association, goes by the name of Gordon Dunn. His coverage, by the way, when he was a panelist during the Olympics, was amazing. As someone who knows very little about boxing, the experience and the knowledge that they have of the sport, obviously because Bernard Dunn is a high performance coach with the Irish boxing team, or was a high performance coach with the Irish boxing team. He knows how the boxing works and what's involved in it and everything. But anyway, panelists were great. Everything just about it was so surreal. I'm still trying to sink in that I appeared on national television as part of the 20,000 people that showed up on O'Connell Street to welcome home the Irish Olympians. They got some great weather for it too. It didn't rain. The sun was spitting stones, that kind of thing. And you know, it's just fantastic to be able to welcome home 134 Irish athletes with the type of reception that we gave them. With music blaring from the stage, you know, it's something I never forget. and I have photo evidence to prove that, and video evidence too. If you want to check out the video clips of my TV appearances, you can do so now by visiting my YouTube channel page and clicking on the first 2 videos with the Irish homecoming medalists as a thumbnail. There's TV appearance.
Okay, we will pass back over to the live pictures and the live sound from the GPO very shortly. Whatever has happened near the stage there beside Marty Marcy, that person is okay, and will get medical attention. Nick, it's wonderful to see the celebration, wonderful to see the crowd, wonderful to see the athletes finally getting the recognition. They've probably been quite stunned actually with the reaction at home, because there's no way of really gauging it or knowing how the support at home has reacted to what has been achieved until you get home.
Yeah, you don't really, because you're kind of in that little bubble when you're away. You don't see what's going on at home. You don't see the media reaction. Yeah, okay, you do interviews and whatever, but I think, you know, the Olympic euphoria is certainly here. It's our best ever Olympic Games. You know, seven Olympic medals, and they deserve every bit of recognition that they get. You know, they've put their lives on hold. They've put themselves in dark places that most people couldn't imagine. And the pain and the suffering and the sacrifices that they go through, and not only them, but the team around them, their family, you know, their loved ones, they barely see them. But also the team as well. You know, Kelly talked about the team there, and she talked about Zor and the coaches. If you ever listen to Daniel when he's interviewed, it's we did this, we won that. So it's all about the team. So every little bit of recognition that these guys get, they deserve it in spades.
Yeah, we've heard that word "we" used by all of the athletes really. Reece McClenaghan, all of the team around the team has been so important. We're going to take some vox pops now, because as you said, the Irish people have really embraced these Irish athletes, and they have gathered in their thousands, 20,000 we believe, on the streets of Dublin this lunchtime. So Barry Gallagher, our reporter, has been speaking to some of the Irish supporters at the GPO.
I kind of appear in the corner, and then in TV appearance 1, the first time, whether that's around, because at one point there was an ambulance called and a medic had to attend someone, so I'm kind of there looking at the camera while the civil defence walks past, and I have to create a pathway, so I kind of step back and look straight at the camera then, and then near the end of that shot in the first scene, I'm there pointing directly at the stage with my camera, adjusting the long focus lens on my camera there. So yeah, it was totally unexpected, but quite a surreal moment. And you know, my auntie, who was watching the program unfold at the time on TV, I was there obviously, but she had texted me to say that I had just she had just seen me on television. So yeah, it was quite a surreal moment, and one that I will never forget. But it was just great to be in the presence of greatness, and to be able to witness history on Monday. And I can go on about this forever on a day, but I won't bore you with the formalities. So let's see. So to begin, everybody had to be on O'Connell Street outside the GPO for about 12:30. I arrived down on the train, say about 11:30. About let's say 15:15, 20:30, 11:30. I made my way down to O'Connell Street outside the GPO. At this stage, they were still setting things up, doing up lighting rigs, speaker rigs, stage setup, lighting, and all that, which is fine. And then they, you know, that took a while, and then they let us in at about maybe 20:12, 20:15, and everybody just kind of made a run for it, basically, to see how close you could get. There was media, press people there as well, obviously, for the papers and everything. So that was fantastic. It was like a frenzy of people descending on Dublin City to welcome home the Olympic heroes of Paris 2024, and it was great. You know, I spent the day in Dublin, and then I went home, and now I'm mostly talking about it. But yeah, for a lot of the Olympians, they said that it could possibly be their last games. You know, one of them said that I think his name is Thomas Barr. He runs for Team Ireland as part of the athletics team. He's been to 4 of the games previously, and he said by far that the reception that the Team Ireland team have received was just amazing. So, you know, there's so many other Olympians, like there's 134 of them. I'm not going to be able to name every single one of them or tell you everything about them, but you know, some of the sentiments that they said, like, you know, they weren't expecting 20,000 people to turn up to Dublin and welcome them home. A lot of them, I think, were quite overwhelmed and kind of lost for words, which is understandable because, you know, as one of the athletes said, you know, oh, you know, are people actually going to turn up? Is this going to be like your birthday party where you say you're having a birthday party and then nobody turns up, like, you know? And it was the total opposite. Yeah, so right now I'll leave you with the TV appearances, and I'll insert photos as well of the day. I'll only pick the best ones because a lot of them I got like 136 photos in total. I had to get rid of them, quite a lot of them actually, and you know, to go from 136 photos to about 40 of the best images is quite an achievement in themselves anyway. Before I finish, actually, one of the rowers, I can't remember which one, there was a lot of news stories about the longevity of the medals handed to the athletes at the medal ceremonies, and we saw stories of, you know, bronze medals deteriorating after a week, after wearing it for a week, and then he showed pictures of, you know, the bronze coating coming off, the bronze coming away and everything. One of the Irish athletes or Olympians was basically, when he was being interviewed by Joanne Cantwell on the stage, he said that, you know, yeah, it's quite surreal to have so many people here welcoming us home. 20,000 is a crowd of, you know, unimaginable numbers, and it's great to show off the silverware kind of thing, in reference to the medal. Now, the interesting bit about this is that he had to get a new medal, because the one that he got previously had just deteriorated so bad that he had to get a new one. Now, interestingly, he didn't get the new medal on the Sunday. He got the new medal, the shiny new medal, the morning of the homecoming. So, you know, it just shows that things didn't really go the way France had planned them to, you know, and it's a bad reflection, I think, on the organisers, the French organisers, to have issues with the medals, and then to have issues with the Seine and the water quality and all that, and then having to have events postponed because the water quality in the Seine wasn't up to standard that they needed it to be. You know, but we'll glance past that. He got a medal and he got to show it off in front of 20,000 people, which I think is a feat within itself. But anyway, yeah, to wrap up, it was a great day, something I will not forget for the rest of my life, and to be there to witness history was something else. And bring on LA 2028. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. I'll now leave you with images and video from the day. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and share it on all social media platforms. I'll be back later in the week with more videos very soon.
Kelly, when she did do back-to-backs, your reply was, message received.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we all saw Kelly creating history by taking that gold in Tokyo. I was one of the many inspired in this country by her, and I mean, I'm taking this opportunity to be inspired once again. I followed in her footsteps, got that gold medal. Now let's do it again. That's all left to do.
You have been an inspiration to so many people out here, so many people watching at home, as have all of you. Congratulations. Olympic champion Rhys McClenaghan, Dara Lynch, Philip Doyle, Mona McSharry, Daniel Whiffen and Fintan McCarthy, and also Paul O'Donovan.
So those are the scenes in Dublin City as our Olympians and our gold and bronze medalists have been welcomed home to Ireland and to Dublin City. It's remarkable really, isn't it, Nick, that this was only organised on Friday. 20,000 Irish people have mobilised to the streets of Dublin City, and they've done that because they wanted to say well done, they wanted to say thank you, they wanted to just acknowledge the achievements of these young people.
Yeah, and it's great. It's great to get that recognition, but it's also as well, you know, you've a lot of young kids in there, and it's going to inspire children of, shall we say, our next generation of medalists that will come through. Joanne was saying there about when the two boys won the silver medal back in 2016, and young Fintan McCarthy was in the back, and now he's back-to-back Olympic gold medal. So it's wonderful. But I think that's one thing that we do. I often describe, you know, to some of my friends who aren't Irish, you know, why are you so much into sport? And I say, well, that's our tribal warfare. That's how we go to war, through sport. We've huge sporting tradition, obviously, and the passion is there.
There's Daniel Whiffen, he's a world champion, he's an Olympic champion, he's got an